Guys, I'm really excited to announce to you another one of the world's very first AI certified agents, Hanna Lea. Hanna Lea is out of San Diego, and I'll tell you what, differentiation is the name of the game. And she became one of the very first 3 AI certified agents in all of San Diego. What is going on, Hanna?
What's going on, Nick? I love the fact that you've driven this differentiation. Absolutely love the program that you put together and all of these tools, just bringing it together for us as agents.
Absolutely. And let me ask you this. Coming into the course, what did you first believe about AI and how it was going to affect real estate?
Well, it's not necessarily what I believe, but what we're seeing. Because it started in January when we all knew that Chat GPT was a thing.
Yeah.
We were first hopping on it to test it out. And then what started happening on Facebook, ad after ad, AI, this, that, the other, all different sorts of programs. So in terms of the real estate space, I believe that it was actually not relevant, that it was not a good tool because I am not a marketer. I am a person who sells real estate and trains mentors and brings up other agents. That's it. That's my business model. So really, in terms of what I thought for the real estate space was, it's not going to affect us at all.
So guys, in order to become one of the world's first AI certified agents, she spent an entire week at the Krem Institute of Artificial Intelligence, learning how to better implement it into her business. And one of our core beliefs is spending less time behind a computer and more time with your clients. So after spending that week with us, how has that belief influenced your business now?
There is something so unique about what you've built because it has this certification behind it, number one. And number two, I have paid for other courses on AI to understand the tools. So really what you've done here is to bring the tools together in a more clear fashion.
Yeah.
Because what I found is there are lots of people, influencers, everyone and their brother that's saying, use this, use this, use this. And it becomes confusing. So what you've done is streamlined the entire process. You gave us the scripts. You gave us the ability to practice those scripts and really begin to utilize them in a fashion that makes it much, much easier to block out all the noise and say, okay, I'm going to focus on this specific item for this specific purpose.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because I believe part of my job is to keep you guys being real estate agents, not having you guys become master marketers, learn everything on the back end. I believe everybody wins when you guys stay in the seat of being a real estate agent. So how do you see this now being able to provide a better service to the agents you work with, the clients you work with, and everybody else?
Well, there's something really exciting about building out that ideal client profile, which you worked a lot with us on, which is now understanding who you serve. Number one, who you serve. Number two, what do you bring to the person you serve? It can't just be, I sell real estate to anyone. And that's really what has helped me is to put in those top 5 ideal client profiles and take the time to build those out and say, oh, wait a minute. I've all this time I've been directing my marketing towards everyone, and no wonder it's not effective. So this has been effective in 2 methods already. Number one is I've streamlined my message. Number 2 is by streamlining my message, all of a sudden I'm getting engagement from the people that I'm serving. Right? So I'm serving agents. I'm serving buyers and sellers and the military because I'm a military spouse. So once I directed all my attention towards that, amazing things are starting to happen.
I'm really glad to hear that. And that's one of the toughest thing about being an agent, but also having to be a marketer. It's after from going to be in a sales mindset, helping and service mindset, now you have to flip the switch to become this master marketer, to create a message only for these specific people. And it's damn near impossible, especially before AI, to be able to flip that switch. Now by utilizing it, I believe it's going to make your life, like you say, streamlined, more intentional. And let me ask you this: after going through your ideal client profile, what was there anything that you learned maybe about your ideal clients after going so in depth onto that side?
That's a great question. Well, I discovered that they actually are a lot like me. Especially from the agent perspective, because prior to coming into real estate, I had this corporate background.
Yeah.
That was my identity. And then I switched over to real estate, and real estate became my identity, but yet I forgot that I was a business owner.
Mm.
So, especially when we're looking at the struggles that agents in particular face, it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. I never thought that this is how they're feeling. This
Mm.
is what they're experiencing. Here's how I can help them. And that was a huge shift to just see these new ways of looking at my ideal audience.
And I think that's where thank you for sharing, because especially like you said, like being a military spouse, that's who you're working with. And it's like, wow, maybe these are things that you felt, but you didn't even understand sometimes that they're feeling these things too. And it's just, I believe it's great just to be able to help, because if you can become a better communicator to understand the emotional side of it, you become a better agent all around. And Hanna, let me wrap it up by asking you this. What does it mean to you to be one of the world's very first AI certified agents?
Well, what it means to me is everything. Everything, because now that I've been able to differentiate myself in this piece, it
Mm.
allows me to differentiate even further. And I know for a fact, in a saturated market like San Diego,
Yeah.
that it's really either feast or famine,
Mm.
right? So I don't want to be ever in that place of famine, because I've been there, right? I don't want to ever return to that spot. But
Yeah.
yet I know that I am not the person who has their face on the back of the billboard, on the front of the billboard. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not that person, because I am differentiating myself to really sustain my business and grow my business, and also serve my ideal customer and client at a higher level, and that's really the power.
I love it. And guys, if you guys are in San Diego, if you guys are watching this video and in San Diego, there's only 3 AI certified agents in your area. Hanna Lea is one of the world's very first AI certified agents. She did it so she could spend less time behind a computer and more time commuting with people just like you. Hanna, thank you so much for coming on. And I look forward to seeing what you do out there with the AI certification.